Hello viewers, and welcome to the latest video in my series of videos on Australian built Archtop guitars. Today I have for you something a little bit special. This is a guitar built by a guy called Rod Octigan, who is a luthier in Melbourne, Australia, who builds some really interesting and exquisite Archtop guitars, all hand built by himself. I'll put a link to his website in the description so you can check it out and have a look at his website and see all the other guitars that he's built. I first became aware of this particular guitar when he published photographs of it on his website and on his social media, and yeah, was struck by its physical beauty, the blue colour combined with the Tasmanian blackwood back and sides. Actually, it's not Tasmanian, it's Otway's blackwood back and sides. Just gives it a striking beauty that is quite something. So here's some of the specifications about the guitar. It's fairly standard for a large jazz box, 25-inch scale length and 17-inch lower bout. It is of course made from some of the finest timbers you can get your hands on to build guitars out of. The top is made of Sitka spruce, solid carved top. The back and sides are made of Otway's blackwood, obviously a very similar timber to Tasmanian blackwood, which if you've been watching my videos, you've seen a couple of guitars already built out of Tasmanian blackwood. Interestingly, the neck is made of a three-piece laminate of silky oak and maple. The fretboard is made of bull oak and it has this really beautiful gold fret wire. The finger rest and ebony and tailpiece and headstock veneer are all ebony, and the guitar is bound with a highly figured maple. So here's a couple of pictures of the headstock. The front is actually, as I said before, an ebony veneer. I'll show you a close-up of that soon, which will give you a better picture of the grain. It's very dark, so it's hard to see that it is actually wood, but there is some grain pattern in there. The back of the headstock also has a maple veneer, which is stained with this sort of sunburst kind of effect, which gives it more of a beach kind of effect. It looks like water on sand. And of course the guitar is fitted with Grover Imperial tuning heads. So in this photo you can see, yes, that the headstock veneer, although it looks black from a distance, up close you can see that it is actually ebony and there is some wood grain in there. And the other amazing feature of this guitar is that it's fully bound not just with maple, but inside the maple there's layers of binding, and the layers of binding are blue, which sort of captures the spirit of the guitar with the blue finish. So here's a close-up of the heel of the guitar, showing some of the detail and showing some of the fine timbers. You can see here the maple binding and the blue inserts, and of course the ebony on the heel cap and the beautiful figure in the silky oak neck. A lot of the photos that I'm using are actually from the Octigan website or from his social media, simply because they're much better photographs, obviously studio quality photographs, much better than I can take. The guitar was originally built for commission, and the original owner of the guitar has kindly sent me some photographs of the guitar being built, which were obviously taken by Rod and sent to him at the time. So on the left there is the photograph of the spruce top being carved, and on the right here's the photograph of the blackwood back being carved. Here's a couple more photographs of the guitar in the construction stage. On the right is the box, or the boat, depending on which term you use in guitar building circles. On the left you can see the raw billet of spruce before it was carved or even cut out, and you can see the template that Rod Octigan used to make the guitar. I've highlighted here the markings on the template for where the parallel braces go. So they're not quite parallel, so to speak, but in guitar terminology, the parallel braces go from those red arrows. And you can see on the template there that there's also the optional markings for the X bracing, which obviously Rod uses on some of his other 17-inch guitars. Here's a close-up of the fretboard showing the bull oak timber and the maple binding. It's hard to photograph and capture the gold of the gold fret wire. And there on the 12th fret is the O for Octigan, inlaid as a figure in mother of pearl. So that's the label inside the guitar. So you can clearly see that it was made in 2020 and it's number 26. So is that the 26th Archtop that Rod Octigan has built? I can only assume so. So this guitar is fitted with a hand-wound Kent Armstrong floating humbucker, and as you can see, all the appointments are in this beautiful ebony. Now I'll play a couple of tunes for you so you can hear what it sounds like. I'll play a tune acoustically and I'll play a tune with it plugged in. So first up I'll play Moon River so you can hear some chords and some notes, and acoustically, and then I'll play a blues. Well, it's a blue guitar, so I have to play a blues. So I'll play a 12-bar blues in B flat, and again I'll play in such a way that you can hear both chords and notes. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed this video of this extraordinarily interesting guitar. If you enjoyed it, feel free to have a look at some of my other videos on Australian built archtop guitars.